Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today we've got this Honda HRM215 push mower, self-propelled push mower in the shop. The customer says that the self-propel still works, but it's got a mind of its own. We got to dig in and find out what's going on with it. I think what it is well, there's the cable is pulled all the way out and it won't return by itself. So I think there's a spring broken, some type of return spring. I don't know. I haven't had one of these apart yet. I have worked on this machine before, but not for this issue. So we're gonna pull the transmission out because I suspect that the return spring is on the top. We're gonna drop the tranny out and see what's going on up there. So we're also gonna scrape the deck because it's got about half a yard bag worth of grass stuck under it, which is what I worked on this machine previously for. It was bogging, it wouldn't cut the grass, it was packed full of grass. So we're going to clean that out as well. Also, well, I just jumped in a little bit here and pulled the wheels off. The bearings in these wheels are toast. I actually have bearings, listen. Well, the bearings are all junk. All of them. That's 8. They retail about 15 bucks a piece, so we're going to have to see if he wants them replaced. But anyways, I'm going to get some more tools gathered here. We'll get you zoomed in a little bit so you can see, and we'll jump in. Okay, so after you pull the wheel off, this is what you see. You've got your drive gear here. It's a Sprag clutch. It will skip one way, but locks the other. That allows you to push the mower around when the transmission is not engaged. It's held on with a snap ring. Let's get that out of there. Keep your fingers on these things. They will fly across the shop. There we go. And let's see if it's got a washer. Nope, they just slide out. Now there are parts inside this thing. You got to be careful when you take them apart. We'll just stack these back up in order on the bench the way they come off. You can put these on wrong. You don't want to. And there's a little spring-loaded dog underneath. It's tiny. These usually get full of junk. That one is. There should be a spring in there. I can't get to it yet, but there we go. There's our stack of parts. So we'll just pick it up and put it back on that way, and then we should be fine. So there's a dust shield here. Let's see if we get this retainer screw out. There's another snap ring here. I'm not sure if I got to take that out. No, it looks like this might slide right off of it. Yeah, there we go. Yoink. Get some of that foliage out of there. These are excellent machines. Plastic deck. They don't rot. More stuff in there. Should actually hit that with a blowgun. Let's get this out of the way. Let's see if I can rotate that. No, I'm going to get a pick. Because there should be a little spring in there that didn't come out with the dog, but I don't want to lose it. There it is. Little tiny spring. I think we're going to have to pull this snap ring off and then do all the same on the other side. The transmission might actually just slide one way, drop, and then slide back out. So it might work for us. Let's get that snap ring off there anyways. What's the worst that's gonna happen? We'll have to put it back in. Oh, jeez. Get in there. Yep. It's having none of that. So we get a pick in there as well, underneath it. These can fight you sometimes. Ha! Oh, I think I got part of it anyway. Huh. All right, well, get off. I got a hook behind it. The struggle is real. There we go. Starting. There we are. We won. Yeah, and it'll get stuck in this groove. There we are. So we'll just stack that on top of our parts in order, so we know which way they go back on. There's a couple of washers here. 2 of them stacked up. Jeez. Oh yeah, transmission's already moving. Okay, so I'm going to pause the camera here. I'm just going to go to the other side and do the same stuff over there. Take it out so we can slide the transaxle that way, drop it, and then slide it out. And then we should be able to get to the top of it. That's the hope and the plan anyways. Let's see if that works. Okay, so obviously things have progressed. I fought with another couple of snap rings in here to get the wheel adjusters out to give us some movement in the transmission. This is the transmission here, and it still wouldn't come out. So we have to pull this section of deck out. That's where the belt and everything goes to gain access to other things. But this being the transmission, it's a 2-speed transmission that's controlled by this cable, first and second gear, and your engagement lever is here. Well, this lever, when you engage the drive, this pulls up, and then when you release, there's supposed to be a spring on here that releases this lever back to the neutral position. And I can actually see the spring, and I can see that it's broken. Just the end's broken off, but we still need to get it off and have a look and see. Maybe I have something that I can match up, or I can order that part. So let's get this off of here. Should just be some 12mm bolts. I know there's one here. One here. Well, that's a long one. One here. Yeah, the engine shifted when I did that. That's awesome. And I'm not sure if there's more. Don't think so. Might need a little more. Oh, the nut on the top is spinning. That's groovy. Is it a nut? I don't even know. I can't tell. See if we can get a wrench on it though. I feel it with my fingers. There's probably no way I'm getting a wrench on it. No, has to be a socket. Is it 15? Probably not. 14 maybe? Oh, maybe. Nope. Maybe 13? Might even be 12, I don't know. Nope, it's none. None. It's none sockets. Can't see a thing. What do we got? Oh, I can see it from inside the mulch plug. Yeah, it's a nut. Huh. And it's rusty. Really rusty. Let's try the vice grips. First things first. Let's try vice grips. If I can get them fit in there. Get in there. Well, try. Nope, vice grips popped off. It's not really an ideal position. Oh yeah, there we go. Came off. What were they thinking? I don't know. Okay, bolt is out. Well, it's loose. Let's take a quick look here to see if there's anything else holding it on. That's off. That's off. That's out. Alright, well, let's give her some gentle persuasion. Oh, one thing, I don't usually harp on safety, guys, but if you're working on a lawnmower and you're going to be turning the blades and stuff, just pull the spark plug wire off. It takes 2 seconds, it'll save your fingers. It's, yeah, that's a no-brainer. Just pull the plug wire off. Okay, so it's loose off this side. Where to pry? Well, let me fight with it off camera. Again. Okay, so I did find another fastener up in the side here, and that held the top in. Well, that came out okay. But the issue that I was having was this steel sleeve here is rusted, and it was holding really hard onto this. So, yeah, that's that. That needs a good cleaning. We'll clean that off. We'll hit it with a blowgun outside so it's not all over the shop. Just get all these grooves cleaned out so it fits on there again. Yeah, that metal piece right there. Little sleeve. Well, I might as well get this out of here since it's been in there for 20 years. So there's our belt anyways, the drive belt. This is your speed, 1-2 speed cable. And this cable up here is your engage and disengage. It's got the blade clutch, so the engine can be running and the blade's not turning until you pull a lever, and then this clutch comes on and turns the blades on. I really like this mower. It's they're built well. Good machine. Yeah. All right. Well, let's just leave that alone for now. So there's the transmission. This lever here is what's giving us grief. How are we gonna get this beast out of here? You can see the spring right there is broken. It's supposed to be in this hole, and that returns this lever to the neutral position. Well, she's got to come out, so let's see if we can get the belt off there. Of course, great big spring on it. Maybe I can finagle the spring out without too much effort. Maybe, probably not. I know my head's in the way, but I gotta see. Because the tension spring is actually preventing us from moving this around very easily. Let's see if I can get some, maybe a long needle nose in there. If I can find them. There they are. I mean, when you're dealing with springs, you can just pop them off, yeah, but I'd like to try and find a way that I can easily put them back on, because they have to go back on. You can't just, take it off and hope for the best. How are we going to do that? Maybe? No. Not likely. Well, let's flip the belt. Try and flip the belt off there anyways. Oh, yeah. Oh, there we go. I'll just if I pull the transmission this way real hard, it pulls against the spring, and I should be able to flip that belt off there relatively easy. Okay. That should relax the spring a lot more. And maybe we can get it out of there. I know, I'm in the way. I gotta see. Where'd it go? Spring's way loose now. I know, sorry, I gotta get in the way here. Spring should nearly fall off. There we go, spring's off. See, there's always a way. The spring is off, which means we can get the belt right off and out of our way, in theory. Belt is off. The only thing left holding the transmission is the cables. Zip tie's holding the cable all together. I hope I don't have to undo all the cables. I just want to be able to move it. There's two I got to deal with. There's the speed cable and the drive cable. If I can just get the thing to drop enough, I can just work it, wiggle it out. Hopefully I want to get this down far enough I can just pull this out from under and then slide the whole thing out, but it appears the mower's got other plans. Need another 2 inches down. I'll tilt this more, which means I need more slack in the cable. Which means I'm cutting all the zip ties. Might give me enough. Maybe. Nope, that cable's got to come off. And disconnect it here. Just loosen that nut. And I should be able to slide the cable out, or take the nut off, and I'll be able to slide the cable out. Is that a 10? 11? Okay, that's off. So we'll slide that out, unhook the Z-bend, and I'm gonna just loosely thread that nut back on so I don't lose it. That cable is out of the way. Oh, look at that. Look, look, look. Ah, there we go. We won. We won. Full up stuff. But there's our spring. Let me get you zoomed in. Just stay. Zoom in. Zooming in. See if I can get it where you can see it. Come on. So there's our spring right here. The end is broken off. It's supposed to hook into this hole. And that is what returns the lever to the neutral position. Okay. Let's back out. Oh, jeez. Where are you going? So, I'm going to unhook it from the other side. There's a couple of different holes here. It's on the outboard hole. And there we go. There's the culprit. Hook here, missing here. I'm going to dig through my bin and see if I can dig something up that's similar in strength and length. Okay, I managed to figure out a spring. I had to modify one. But it's similar in length and strength. So we'll pull a little pressure here, rotate transaxle, it's in gear, release, and it's relaxed. Should work. Should work. Let's get it back in here. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's in there. Mm-hmm. Let's get the spring on there. That is our tension spring. Belt's got to be partially on because the spring does block it. So, belt's on the bottom. And I'm going to get in your way again. Just so I can get this tilted enough to get the spring on it. Oh. There we go. Spring's on. Now we can pull it against the spring pressure and get the belt all the way on, in theory. Get in, just do it. Yep, looking at my back. Just need more hands. It's working, it's going. Slowly. There we go. Ish. Get on there. Yep, then the belt slipped off. Do over. Get on the bottom there. Behave yourself. What are you? Don't even know what you're doing. What is going on? Sheesh, that spring is strong. And you guys watching that have done this before, you're yelling at me, you're doing it wrong. There's a better way. I know. There has to be. Because this can't be the easy way. It's moving. It's almost on. It's almost there. There we go. That was easy. Yeah, let's get that cable back on there. Get our Z bend in. Cable hook back in the bracket. Get back in the bracket, I said. Get the nut back on there. Okay. That's where it needs to be. That's good. That's good. Let's get this stuff back together on this end. That'll give us our position of the transaxle. A little crusty here. Clean that up just real quick here with a file. A little lube on it, a little spray lube. That should do it. That went in a lot easier than it came out. That's for sure. Well, this might be an exercise as well. Spring loaded, doesn't want to come out, or doesn't want to go in properly or easily. How are we going to do that one, guys? Vice grip? C-clamp? Vice grip? Something. The arm for the wheel adjuster is spring loaded and it's pulling it back out of the chassis. Here? Well, we got to get the, I'll have to grab that washer too. Maybe? Survey says. Oh, a little tighter because we got to have room to get the snap ring in the groove. Oh, not that close. Maybe? Whoa. Yeah, it's just the spring pressure of the lever that's actually holding us up here. Well, this is going to have to work. I don't have much choice. Just stay long enough to get the stupid snap ring in. Don't get your fingers in there. This is the pain in the butt one too. There's not a lot of room between the snap ring and the transaxle. Get in there. Yep, we're home. There. That was easy. Other adjuster. Give it a bit of a scrub. Just get the junk off of it. Spray lube. Inside, outside. More grass falling out. When you're home, that is not the correct position. Neither is that. Dag nabbit. It's gonna come apart again. Just realized the spring lever is not in the right position. Dang it! Well, it's apart again. Just behave. Vice grips are too small for this job, actually. The jaws are open too far and they're just slipping off. Snap ring pliers are a pain in the butt, too. Make sure the snap ring sits down in the groove. Get in your groove. Looks like it's in the groove. Might be in the groove. I'm gonna grab a pick and just rotate the snap ring in its groove. Yeah, she's in. Okay, so that's all together-ish. Transaxle can still slide back and forth, that's fine. We're gonna fix that up when we put these ends back on. All the drive sprockets and such. Like I said, good thing the belt's in good shape. I don't have to change it. I don't want to change it. It would require taking all this stuff off. I don't need to do that. A little bit of grease on that part that was giving me grief before. Just got to slide into that part there. Definitely was not behaving on the way out. That's where it lives. That piece went in. That was a little 10mm one. That's not it. That's this one here. Goes in there. That's that one. Let's get this one in. This gun. Just want it started. Is that the right one? Because there's a long one and a short. There we go. There's that one. Let's get that one running in. That one's home. That one's home. This is the one that had the kooky nut on the end of it. Vice grips. Get a hold of her. That's tight enough. It's not going to fall out. It's captured. That's together, that's together, that's together. There's our drive. It is engaging. Okay, I'm okay with that. Let's get a little spray lube. Oh, there's a phone. Hang on. Okay, we got all the stuff lubricated that needs to be lubricated. Let's get those drive gears put back on. We can start with the shield, actually. Now we can. That's good. And a little 8mm screw that holds the shield on. That's good. So there was a small little shim and then a snap ring. You guys still see-ish? With my hand out of the way? Oh geez, here we go. Let the games begin. Stupid snap rings. And then we'll slide her down into the groove. It's in the groove. There we go. So that's in position. I've cleaned out the little slot for the spring and the dog. Let's get our spring in there. Actually, we'll turn that a little bit. There we go. Now you guys can't see for sure. Dog moves nice and free up in there. I don't want to put too much lube in there. I can put some real thin grease in there because you don't want it to get clumped up full of stuff and then stop working, right? And then, actually, we'll just pop the dog out for a sec. We'll get that on there. Then our gear. Get in there. There we go. That's working. One-way clutch. And then there was a spacer. And a snap ring. It does need all new wheel bearings. I'm not going to do that today. I have to order the parts anyways if he decides he wants it. So he hasn't told me. We're going to hold off. I'd like to put a new lower blade on it anyways, so I'd have to order all that stuff. I'm going to wait till he lets me know if he wants it or not, and I can always do that another day. For now, we can get these on. We'll put our wave washer, flat washer. Might as well squirt some grease in those rotten bearings. See? Okay, get our bolt in there. I believe that was a 14er. Okay, that's how that goes. I'm gonna flip the machine back over on the other side. Well, I'll just lift it up, basically put it on its wheel again and lift up the other side, put the other wheel on, and do a couple of checks. I want to check the oil, make sure it's got enough, make sure it's not black and grody, and probably take it for a test mow. Let's get the other wheel on first, make sure the drive works. Well guys, the operation was a success. It drives and it stops. I think the issue before was it wasn't stopping. We would let go of the drive bar and it would just keep going because there was no spring to disengage that transmission. So works now, first and second gear. First gear's a little slow, second gear's not bad actually. It's if the grass is short enough, second gear would be fine. First gear is very slow. It does work though. So, and it runs mint. Nice machine, that Honda. Never rust that deck out with being plastic. So thanks for joining me in this video, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you do subscribe, click that bell icon. It'll notify you when I upload new videos. Until the next one, take care.